Altior and Nico de Boinville celebrate winning the champion chase. Edward Whitaker by Lee Mottershead. Updated 7:19 p.m. April 27, 2018. Parting is such sweet sorrow. Juliet, in a most smitten state, used those words to Romeo. All those of us who adore the sport of jump racing could say the same as we bid a fond farewell to a season that has been absorbing, inspiring and still has much to offer on a day that promises to put the most delicious icing on this campaign's cake. From autumn into winter and now spring, there has been so much to keep us spellbound. There has been brilliance and there has been bravery, the heroes being the horses and humans who become our constant companions from one season to the next. Native River's Gold Cup was one of the highlights of the season. Mark Cranham. There has been that most gripping of Cheltenham Gold Cups, in which Native River and Richard Johnson truly were shown to be a match made in heaven. There was the dramatic conclusion to the Grand National, won by the remarkable Tiger Roll, an athlete small in stature, but vast in substance. We long remember those races and many others. Now, as we enter the final act, more memories will be made as once again the curtain comes down at two marvelous stages. The arch-rivals slug it out once more. This is a day when champions will be crowned, and there is one title that has been fought more furiously than any of the others, not only all season but also all week in a particularly lush part of County Kildare. It would an understatement of huge proportions to describe the Willie Mullins-Gordon Elliott title tussle as a subplot to the Punchestown Festival. It has dominated the meeting, just as it has surely dominated the thoughts of those two incredible trainers. A major reason why we who watch have been so engrossed is that it is so obvious how much each coach wanted to head home this evening with the crown. Willie Mullins has been in spectacular form this season. Patrick McCann at the start of the week. Elliott, supported principally by Michael and Eddie O'Leary, held a massive lead and seemed sure to win. Yet the same was true last year, only for Mullins to overhaul him and become champion for the 10th time in a row. The same script has been followed this year. The close-Sutton juggernaut has been at its most powerful, and while it seemed in danger of derailment when Paul Townend's Satnov went wild on Tuesday, Mullins and his team will once again take the crown after an incredible week, highlighted by 6 winners on Wednesday's card. Willie set to break a world record. What we have in store for Punchestown Part 5 paints a picture of Irish jumping as it is now. Farkless Gray keeps on strongly to beat Mr. Adjudicator in the JCB Triumph Hurdle. Mark Cranham. 9 horses are due to contest the AES Champion 4-year-old hurdle, headed by Triumph Hurdle 1-2, Farkless, Elliott, and Mr. Adjudicator, Mullins. The other 7 horses are all stable companions of either the Cheltenham winner or second. For the 3rd time this season, a Grade 1 race will be contested by runners representing only the country's 2 main yards. In the preceding Top Flight prize, headed by Benny Daydew and Apple's Jade, 9 of the 12 mares come from the 2 main camps, but in the €100,000 Ballymore handicap hurdle, Mullins is poised to have a world record 14 runners. Elliott had just the 13 in this year's Irish Grand National. Mullins has trumped him again. Blake Lyon carries top weight in Desi's race at Sandown. 30 years on from Desert Orchids' stirring Whitbread Gold Cup triumph, we pay homage to some headline makers of the modern era. Native River, You've Dare and Might Bite are among those in a pre-racing parade that gives us a chance to say thank you and goodbye to a true champion of the sport. Cue card. Like fellow Sandown visitor Sire de Grugy, who was also retired this season, Cue card will remind us that the biggest stars in racing have 4 legs. There were times at Cheltenham when he appeared vulnerable, but there is not a horse in training who finishes a race more strongly than Nico de Boinville's great ally. We have seen that before at Sandown. It would be marvelous to see it again. Far more competitive than the Celebration Chase is the 20-runner Bet 365 Gold Cup, whose weights are headed by Blake Lyon, so unlucky to be brought down at the first fence of the Grand National. Cheltenham Festival winner Missed Approach will have his supporters, as will Regal Encore, while at bigger prices it is far from impossible the cue card colours of Jean Bishop could be carried to glory by Theatre Guide or Royal Vacation. That would be something of a fairy tale. Such things happen in this sport. Members can read the latest exclusive interviews, news analysis and comment available from 6 p.m. daily on racingpost.com.